Let's see if we're streaming. We are. Excellent. Most excellent. We are streaming. Excellent. Excellent. Okay. Good. Good. We are streaming, thankfully. All right. Hello, everyone. It's been a while. It's been a few minutes since we've streamed last. My name is Commissar Hecht, and welcome to another live stream. Uh, yeah. It's been a hot minute since we streamed, and it's already 10 o'clock at night, and I don't know how long I'm going to stream for. So we are going to do some painting tomorrow. I really actually want to start. I really want to either do Baldur's Gate 3. Actually, you know what? Let's just set that up on Twitter right now. I'm not calling it fucking X. Fuck that shit. Ooh, first let's copy. Let's make sure that everyone knows that I'm streaming tonight. And let's do this. go. All right, so the poll is up today for. Oh, let me actually get into the voice chat too. Recording. There we go. So the poll's up today for the properties. Just make sure. Okay, cool. For the live stream. Another graphics designer. Like, don't get me wrong, I don't mind graphics designers coming. Oh, she actually does some pretty good models. But I'm not looking for a graphics designer, especially one with like a million. Yeah, I don't know. But anyway, as I was saying, sorry about that, squirrel. But anyway, yeah, so let's get to the stream and let's get to painting. As always with these live streams, they're for charity. I'm championing the UNHCR, got that going on. We're going to be doing some Warhammer minis. I'm going to be putting the soldiers together for the most part. Yeah, for the most part, or at least the parts that are fully painted. I haven't done the hands yet. But we should be able to just kind of clip and figure out what we're missing. Should be able just to work that. So that's what we're doing. We're just gonna be clipping, and then I'll probably throw on some tunes to listen to while I'm doing that. Because we got a field gun. We got a field gun like ready to go. I haven't decided what I'm going to put on it just yet. I think I'm going to put the cannon for these field guns and then do like the missile launchers for the other one. Or the rocket. Rocket. Oh, I have tired. Rockets for the other one. And then probably do some other stuff too. Oh, I had a very interesting day today. Well, not an interesting day. I had a good day today. I tell you what, it was certainly a lucky day because so when I prime my models, I prime outside because a well ventilated area is nothing better than outside. So I primed them, and what kind of ended up happening was, oh, excuse me, I'm so tired, was the wind normally, when it's windy in Massawa, it's certainly windy. So the wind blew the box away, right? I was spraying these beret heads. You can't. It's not a really good look, but well, all right. Well, I'll basically show you on the model. So I was spraying these beret heads that I had put on my model, and I had a pack of 24 of them that I was priming. This is what it looks like when it's not when it's primed, right? And not painted. So I had a pack of 24 of them that I was spraying, and as you can see, they're fairly small. They're loose heads, fairly small, and whatnot. And I'm spraying them. They're drying out in the sun because it's just been utterly hot outside. Just fucking brutal, mate. Just, hey, Tommy, it's just too hot. It's too hot, Tommy. Can't really think with all this heat. You know what I mean, Tommy? Just absolutely brutal. And sure enough, the wind picked up, carried my it's a box caster. Carried my box into the lawn and spilled all the heads, all the beret heads that I had gotten from people through eBay and whatnot. And I was like, oh no! And of course, it's supposed to rain tomorrow too. It's supposed to rain cats and dogs. Um, so here I am, like, oh no, just like, oh crap. Um, you know, no, kind of a deal because, like, there's a lot of grass. Um, there's a bit of grass in the yard, and it's oh man, why is this dude has an ass? This man's got cake. Like, it is unreasonable how firm this model is. I'm sorry, sir. You have too much ass. Just Jesus. Sorry. I know I'm like stream of conscious, but like, look at that ass. I'm gonna have to. Holy crap. Gee, GW, you can't be doing that. Anyway, what was I saying before I was so rudely interrupted by the size of my model's ass? Yeah. So the wind took the so the wind took the box, like spilled all my models out into the grass, and the grass is it's not tall grass because we have to mow it almost like every other week, but it's enough to hide a bunch of beret heads. And I was lucky; I was able to recover at the time before I mowed the lawn. I was able to cover 22 of them out of the 24 that were spread over God's good earth. And I was like, oh man, that sucks, but you know, can't win them all, kind of a deal. Like I was upset about it, but I was just like, oh well, that'll teach me to to not have models just kicking around, or not kicking around. That's the wrong term. To not have models uh, left in my priming box without like something heavy to prevent the wind from taking it. And trust me, when it gets windy and not Altus, well, it did get windy in Altus a lot. When it gets windy in Misawa, the wind certainly carries a lot of things away. That is a certainty. Um, so that'll to quote um, some people, that'll learn me, right? Uh, so I'm at first I recover 22 heads, and I was like, okay, 22 out of 24. As much as it sucks, it's not too bad. Um, I'll just have to learn from this. You know what I mean? Much as I'm not thrilled with the whole situation, it will be a learning experience, right? So go out, do that. Probably should have the directions just in case I dork something up, because I really don't want to. Okay. Yeah, he's kneeling down. Uh, that's right. I still gotta paint the. I still gotta paint the other. Some of the other bits. Son of a gun. All right. Well, that's okay. No worries. No worries. That's all right. I can still put these guys together, and then because you can see, because I think you guys want to see more. Let me just point that down a little bit. Want to see more, uh, like the painting stuff. I think I'm gonna put him right there, right there. That'll do. Get him out of the way real quick. Yeah, put him right there. That'll do. I kind of want to see some of the before and after stuff, or as it's coming together. Okay. But yeah, so I luckily go through the grass and find all the heads. And then as I'm about ready to mow the lawn, because it's about to rain a lot tomorrow, they're supposed to say thunderstorms and 50% chance of rain, which I am all for because, oh, buddy, it's been a scorcher. I'm literally dying. It's been so fucking hot. Thank you, global warming. And it has been like super unpleasant, like golly, to the point where I'm just like, I, someone needs to shut off the sun for like 10 seconds. Yeah, I gotta do the gloves. Son of a gun! I thought I got them. I thought I got all the parts. Oh well, that's okay. No worries. No worries. No worries. You know why no worries? Because it's easy. That's an easy fix. Easy, easy fix. But yeah, so I figured I'm down two heads, which kind of sucks, but it's just like, oh well, that'll learn me. That'll learn me to not to leave my priming box unattended, and there's not a it's not leave my priming box unattended, or if I'm going to leave it unattended, not leaving it without something heavy in the box, right? So I'm searching and I'm searching and I can't find it. It's nowhere to be found. I'm just like, well, that'll learn me, kind of a deal. Like, shucks. And then, through the miracle of the Emperor of Man, I find the two heads. The first one, I was like, I'll never find it. Found it in like the taller grass. And then the third one was actually buried underneath one of the grass blades, or the second one, I should say. So was able to cover 24 out of 22 out of 24 heads. So luckily, it definitely has learned me to be more careful with my models, especially if I'm going to leave them for prolonged periods of time. But yeah, I was definitely when I found out I had the wind had took the model box. I was like, oh well, god damn it. I was very very upset. And it's like, this was not optimal. Oh, but anyway, I hope everyone's doing good. I hope everyone's doing well. For those of you that are watching, or for those of you that are watching later, because I know that not everybody is able to watch when I stream. And I hope everyone is having a good day. And if you're not having a good day, or you're running into a spate of bad luck, which trust me, I definitely can commiserate with you on that. Know that good luck or bad luck or whatever it is that you're facing, it will pass. All right, and that is something that I'm still learning about. You know, if you have good luck, sooner or later, that good luck will pass. If you have bad luck, hopefully sooner or later, that bad luck will pass. If you have middling luck, right, where you feel like, I'm not breaking even, but I'm also not sucking, that too is transitory. It's important to realize that, because when you have instances where you feel like the whole world is against you, and you feel that um, you're just getting absolutely trounced, just slammed, uh, know that this will pass. But yeah, these two shall pass. All right, so we got this done. I'm just looking at some models for inspiration to see if I can. That's tough. Let's do. Okay, fine. looking. Okay. Just looking to see. Looking to see what I can do. Probably nothing right now. But that's okay. Because I'm trying to figure out what I want to do with this artillery stuff. Yeah, we got one vote. All right. Okay, so there's that. Let's get the rest of these guys. And the only thing I'm going to really need to do is just paint out the tools. That. Ew. Well, that was a bad cut. There we go. Hold on. Before that turns off and you hear AFN. All right. This one is probably going to require the X-Acto knife. Why? Because it's a tight fucking fit. All right. Now note my hand. So this, for those of you that don't know, X-Acto blades can be very, very fucking sharp. So whenever you're using them, for those of you who are just starting out modeling, you want to try and place it away from you or cut in a certain way that it won't damage the model, but it'll free the model from the sprue. See, I'm already slicing bits of it. That's how sharp this damn thing is. You know what I'm going to do? We're going to cheat. We're going to cut with the plier. And we're going to spin. We're going to pull out. And then we'll clean it up with the X-Acto blade that way. Why? Because I'm a psychopath. That's why. Now, normally you cut away from you, and that's what I should be doing. There we go. Alright. And then you always want to plug your X-Acto knife back in with the safety catch, right? Because the last thing you need to do is slice yourself, especially if you got kids, and the kids accidentally slice themselves. It's never a good thing. I'd hate to be the cause of my daughter's actual pain. Alright, so we got this going on. Pistol. What are you? Okay, let's take a look at this real quick. So that goes there. It's got a canteen. Alright. So where do his legs go? Where's the canteen? $66, $65. That would be 66. So where's 65? 65 is right here. Oh, damn it.
Why, Jim? Why?
Okay. 39, 40. There we go. Okay, so that's clearly not it. So these guys are sitting. No? Oh, you're gonna come to me. Oh, well, hi. Well, thanks for saying hi. Appreciate you. I'm not going to give you any treats, but I thank you for saying hi. That's nice. I love it when my cats say hi to me. All right. I love how they don't show me. Like they show me the standing. Aha! Ah, I screwed up. I glued the torsos on first. I have made a critical error. Well, no time like the present. Try and fix a problem. I know when I do that. Good damn it. It's alright. I didn't want a challenge anyway. Or, sorry, I wanted it to be easy anyway. I didn't want it to be easy anyway. I wanted to be miserable. To absolutely just hate life. Because having stuff handed to you is too easy. Okay, that's clearly not it. Close, but not it. Alright, that one is it. So we just have to focus on jamming it up in there. There we go. No, that's clearly not it. What about you? Ah! Damn it. 51, 52. I don't know which one I put in, but okay, so it's got to be this one. We're just trying to seal his ass together. No, it's got to be this one. It has to be this one. I mean, it kind of works. Kind of works. Teaches me not to fucking glue anything without a goddamn plan. Well, yeah, I mean it's there. There we go. Hey, crisis averted. I didn't screw it up. Hooray! All right. I am just struggling with this pants seat. Kind of got it where I want it to be. Even though it's a mess. I fucked it up. That's okay. Oh, God damn it. All right, that one's going to need to be repainted a little bit. Yeah, we'll just have to tighten up the painting on this one. I screwed it up a little bit. Oh no! Where'd that piece launch off to? Check the crotch. Oh, the crotch pocket. Ah, so it's saved. Ah, too much. Damn it. Too much. Let's see if we can't save it. Let's see if we can't save it. Too much. Okay, yeah. This'll do. There we go. And now the final bit. Oh, crap. Did I make a boo-boo? I think I did. I think I made an error. Damn it. Ah, damn it. It's all falling apart. that. Aha! How'd I get glue on that, my hand, like that? Oh, no. Alright, hold on, guys. I'm going to clean my hands real quick. I'm getting glue all over them. Particularly this part right here. Ooh, that hurts. Alright, 2 seconds, guys. Son of a gun. Okay, alright. Well, I didn't get all the glue out of my hands, but I think this Gorilla Glue is done. It's only shooting out water now. Yeah, that's... This sucker is toast! Let's see if I got a spare Gorilla Glue canister. I think I do, and I sure do! You lasted me actually quite a while. Quite a goodly while, so thank you for serving as long as you did. I'll throw you out, unfortunately. shake vigorously. All right, we recovered it. Good. Whew. That could have been really bad. I would have been very upset if we didn't recover. All right, so let's take a look at what we got. We got the guy sitting on the cannon. We got guy right here. Currently loading, and then we got the sergeant right there. And that's how it should look like. Ooh, into the maelstrom. Ooh. Well, let's go ahead and update some of these. Two gigs. Good lord. All right. All right. And this is the other set right here. For the other artillery piece. All right, cool. So that's glued together. Now, let's see. We got one. One, two. One, two. Three. Four. So. One, two. 48, 47. Who's got 48, 47? Forty-eight, 47 is this guy. Right? I think it's one. It says. So 48, 47 is this guy. Okay. Why is it not lining up the way it should be? Conundrum. All right, well, we'll figure that out, I think, a little later. Still got some, oops, still got some painting we got to get done. My little gachapon marine fell over. This one right here. All right, 68, 69. Okay, let's get that one squared away. Oh, you know what? I forgot to paint the Lost Gun power strip. Let me do that real quick. Ooh, that's not it. Oh, that's not it either. Did I set it over here? I think I might have. Did. There we go. don't have the peg in there, so that's a problem. That's okay. We'll just have to. We'll just have to work with it. I think we got it. Ah, there it is. Oh man, I hate dropping bits. There we go. All right, there we go. Okay, still need to paint some stuff. Okay, still need to paint some stuff, but we're getting there, and we can tidy up the painting. Good morning, Chadwick TC. Good morning, good morning, good morning. And we can still get some of this stuff squared away. So don't be. I'm not leaving just yet. We'll paint. Try and put these all together. Y'all saw me struggle with that. Like the glue was not cooperating and whatnot. I got to throw away the old glue. It looks like there's still some stuff in there, but I guess it's tapped. And I can't tell what you got there. Astra Militarum? Yes, this is the field gun. I'll try and back that up a little bit. See if that wants to. It's the field gun. There we go. Yeah, that's the field gun for one of the many field guns, one of the many field artillery pieces for the well, not true artillery. The big artillery is the basilisk, which I'm still working on. But yes, the field gun is definitely made for purpose. So blurry and hard to see. Well, it doesn't want to focus, but if I put my hand right there, Hopefully you can see it. Where's your crafting mat? My crafting mat is so it's right here. You know, it's got all these stormtroopers that are sitting on it. I got to put them away. Um, but I find that I tend to paint here instead of here, and oh no, this ain't an army. This is one infantry section. This is that's not. I mean, that's not nothing here. I'm gonna rotate this. Hopefully, the camera doesn't bleach them out. But you know, let's see if that'll focus on them. I'm new to 40k, so an army is more than 10 for me. Oh, let's try and put that run right there, and let's get them in there. Okay, and let me just rotate back and see if that'll. The camera will focus. There we go. Try and get them. Get them spaced. There we go. There we go. Yeah. So that's the command squad right there, and then section 1 is right here, section 2 is right there. But yeah. Let's see if I can't rotate up so you can parade or game ready. Oh no, it's game ready. It ain't parade ready. Are you kidding me? I'm not a parade painter. It looks good on this is what I would say is level 2. Level 1 is just for the battlefield. You're not, not really a decent painter, but it's got like in tournaments it's got the 3 colors, right? I can't tell because of the focus. Well, like I said, I can't fix the focus. This camera doesn't have like an autofocus. This camera has what's called an autofocus. So it just kind of chooses where to focus on. And then I don't have like a ring light that'll show you all the details and fine. So, um, but anyway, as I was saying, the whole thing about levels, right? So level 1 is you've painted 3 colors on it and it's painted, but detail isn't there. Um, Painting might be not necessarily sloppy, but not as clean as you want it. All that kind of stuff. And then level 2 is details there, painting's kind of clean, pass on a battlefield, looks good on a battlefield, right? There's a theme to it. Looks good on the battlefield. Definite theme to the army. Level 3 is it's really looks really good on a battlefield. Definitely has a theme. Details are there. The painting is crisp, or the way the colors crisp. The army very matches. There's no like glue stains or brush marks that are errant. You can definitely tell that someone has taken their time. Level 4 is should be in a display case. Um, you might see them on a battlefield, but definitely display case worthy. And then level 5 is if you see it on the battlefield, why is it on the battlefield? And then uh, definite display case where they should be in a display case, wins competitions, all that stuff, right? Can I share one of my minis? You can on the Discord if you join the Discord. So if you type in, let me show you how to do it. Hold on. Let's see. see if I can pull it up on. Yeah, there we go. Should pop up. Oh, are my commands not popping up? That's no bueno. Hold on. Something came up. That's no bueno. That's never good. Why did that not come up? There it is. There it is. I don't know why it didn't come up for you. Huh. Damn. I don't know. I don't know why it's not working. All right, well, I guess I'll just have to do it. But anyway, as I was saying, well, let's. Okay. And yeah, but anyway, as I was saying, probably paint a little bit of this. There we go. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, that's not bad. That's not bad. I see you're going with the Blood Angels theme. It's an old style dreadnought too. They retired that guy. Yeah, if you want to keep the silver bits, like the mechanical bits, all that stuff. I was about to say some null oil. Probably did a pretty good job on that. Um, I kind of like the aesthetic of black tubing, almost looking like rubber. But yeah, it's not too bad. Not too bad at all. Yeah, pretty decent. But anyway, so got that squared away. Let me just rotate this camera back now that we're done talking about armies and stuff. Yeah, I got a bunch of 40K stuff for Father's Day. Oh, good, good. I'm glad. I'm glad. I'm glad you did. Glad you did. Oh, thank you. Thank you for the thank you for the follow. I'm glad you got introduced to the setting. It's always good to have a new player join the team. But yeah, when it comes to armies, the stormtroop or the guardsman that I have here is just one troop's choice, and then on HQ. Definitely not an army, right? Definitely not an army, and definitely like this is like technically a third of what my guard army should be. Actually, if I really want to be technical, so what is it? Uh, I'll likely play as well maybe in the winter. Well, that's perfectly fine since I did a lot of art growing up. Oh, well, good, good, good. But anyway, so back to the guard actually, real quick. So you have your command team, then you have one squad, and then you have another squad, right, of 10 men. This is not an actual representation of what I actually run. I mean, sort of. I do run grenade launchers. I do run plasma guns. I do run voxcasters in each unit, and I do run sergeants. Well, now that they have access to power swords and plasma guns, plasma pistols. I do run sergeants with plasma pistols and power swords. I run a medic. I run for the HQ. I always run two special weapons, plasma guns and grenade launcher, and then my commander is a power sword and plasma gun. And then of course I have a master box caster. So is this Krieg? No, this is not Krieg. Krieg are very very different. Still guard, still part of the guard, but different, right? Um, but they're not Krieg. These are Cadian sprues with stormtrooper berets with Tempestus berets on them. Um, what actually, how I actually run my squad is I take two um, two guardsmen out of it, right, and I put a heavy weapons team with the two guardsmen. So that's how I run my squad. Is that I usually run a heavy weapon in there. Sorry, can you repeat that? I accidentally unplugged my headphones low. Oh, okay. All right. So the Krieg are different. They're these minis are um, the new Cadia Stands plastics. Okay. Let me switch to the actual Commissar's camera real quick while I talk about it. So these are the new Cadia. These are the new Cadian Stand minis. Okay, that I'm working on. As you can see, I'm working on the field, or when you jumped in, I'm working on the field guns. I'm going to be working on the Sentinel here later, after the field guns are done. But Krieg is part of Astra Militarum. Yes, Krieg is part of the Astra Militarum. So is the Praetorians. So is the Talarns. So are the Catachans. So are the Mordians. So are the Armageddon Steel Legion, so are the Tanith First and Only, so are the Blue Blood, the Volpone Blue Bloods, and the list goes on and on and on and on and on. If you think of a guard regiment that you want to create, it has been made at some point in time, and there are probably many, or the Valhallans, yeah. I actually have a bunch of old minis, a bunch of old metal models that are out of print and all that stuff. They're Astra Militarum. They run as Astra Militarum. And I think I have a bunch of Death Corps of Krieg that need to be painted as well. Oh, there's a Commissar mini. hence your name. Actually, no. If you're talking about that hat over there, that is a cosplay uh, broad black brimmer that I made a while back, and I have a Lost pistol, and I also have a cosplay Commissar's uniform, all that stuff. Um, the reason why I chose Commissar Hecht as my um, streamer name is because the Commissar isn't just a point and click disciplinarian, right? They while summary executions are part of the deal, right? Um, they're not commissars aren't just this death dealing, uncaring, unfeeling uh, political officer, right? They care about the morale of their guardsmen that they're in charge. As a matter of fact, if you're just getting into the series, I recommend you reading Gaunt's Ghosts. Um, Gaunt's Ghosts really goes into, especially in the later books. In the earlier books, not so much. Uh, but Gaunt's Ghosts are they talk about the commissar and what the commissar does, right? So the commissar isn't just the iron discipline that does summary executions and all that shit, right? Sorry, I got my ring fingers kind of getting itchy, and I need to move the ring around a bit. I probably need to switch to another ring. I really don't want to because this is the original wedding ring my wife gave me. But I think that the palladium is bothering my skin. It still fits, but it just occasionally it'll bother my skin and start to swell. So if I don't like scratch it, it'll hurt. I switched to a silicone ring. I recommend it. I get it. I get why people switch to silicone rings. I just, it's got sentimental value. It's about as beat up as I am when it comes to mileage, right? But anyway, but yeah. So commissars are definitely one of those things that commissars are definitely one of those things that there we go, a little better. I don't want to accidentally deglove my finger. Yeah, it hasn't happened to me yet. So, who knows? But anyway, and I'm active duty, so all that stuff kind of goes. But anyway, what was I saying? Yeah, so commissars aren't just you know summary execution and all that stuff. Uh, they definitely are a force to be reckoned with on the battlefield, and they definitely are a force to be reckoned with in garrison with the guard regiment. But never once will they come like a good commissar, right? There are always bad commissars, but a good commissar is going to enforce the uniform code for the Imperial Guard, which is found in the infantryman's uplifting primer, which I've got a few of them. They're going to enforce that code vigorously and whatnot. Is that your army of choice, Astra Militarum? Well, I so that's my first. It's my first army, right? I've been playing since 2002, 2003, somewhere around that area. And so that was my first army, and I love like as soon as I saw the guard and the tanks, I was just like, this is me all over. So yeah, 20 years. Yep, 20 years. Actually, I think I definitely had some models in when I was a junior. Hold that thought, bio break. can't remember if I started as a junior or a senior. Or sorry, junior or a sophomore. I want to say, because I don't remember being a freshman back in 2000 and knowing about Warhammer. I really do think it was 2002 or 2003, one of the two. I definitely knew about it in when I was a senior in 2005 when I graduated. Oh God, now you got me thinking. Oh, it's gonna bother me. All right, but yes, almost as old as I am, or almost as old as when I graduated. But yeah. Oh, I know what I was gonna do. I was gonna grab. I was gonna throw this out real quick. I'll be right back, guys. Be right back. Throw this out. Get some water. Water in, water out. All right, back. All right. Now that I'm back, by the way, thank you everyone for joining me. Sorry, I'm just checking some messages. All right. Okay. You said you were active duty Air Force. Yes, I am active duty Air Force. Sorry, I was just checking some messages on Discord. But anyway, yes, I am active duty Air Force. Security forces is my job. I've been in security forces since July of 2009. Been active duty since January when I went through basic. Um, been. My brother is an Air Force vet. Oh, okay. All right. Did he do full 20 or did he just stick around for some of the show? He was back in 96. Yeah, 96 I was, let's see. 96 I was 10 years old. Depending on which part of 96 I was 10 years old. Air traffic controller. Yeah, I do not envy people who do air traffic control. I've seen the workload those guys do, and it's especially on a more busier airfield. I do not envy the workload that they do. That's definitely that's definitely something that I think not a lot of people appreciate, and they're definitely not paid for the amount of work that they do, for the amount of stress and hours that they put through, particularly on the civilian side, especially if you're at like a massive airport. Like that's I do not envy anybody that works at a massive airport. True, but he's in a town less than 100,000 people. Some days he gets 5 planes a day. Okay, well that's manageable. Although I can't speak exactly. Could you imagine O'Hare or Atlanta? I fucking hate flying into O'Hare. Oh my god, I fucking hate flying into O'Hare. It gives me so much cancer. O'Hare is the worst. The worst. When someone says, "Oh yeah, you're gonna have a layover in O'Hare," I just die a little inside because I know what's gonna happen. The weather's gonna turn bad, and no one, no one is going to get on their flight anytime soon. As a matter of fact, I try and, especially during the winter months, I try and avoid O'Hare. I will pay the extra cash to fly anywhere else, especially during the winter months, than O'Hare. Fuck O'Hare. Good lord, I hate that airport. Like it's got great facilities and whatnot, and the staff are always lovely. I never have a bad interaction in O'Hare. It's just I know the flight's going to get delayed. It's inevitable. What part of the country are you in? I am not in the United States. I am currently serving in Japan, and I will probably this unless the PCS gods are good to me, and unless the Air Force gods are good to me, this will probably be my last overseas assignment. Well, it was it. I love Japan. I love it. I love being in Japan and all that stuff. Here, let's switch back to the. Well, no, we're just chatting. We're chatting. I'm not doing anything right now. I'm trying to figure out what I want to do. Whether it's cleaning up these guys, I probably should do that. Probably should just clean up the paint jobs. That way, when I finish them entirely, they'll be good to go. Actually, you know what? I think there's a. If I were single with no kids, definitely Japan. Well, like I said, I met my wife in the military. Actually, I met her. Oh, I still got to do silver on you. And paint your hands. Damn it. Go figure. I actually met her in England. And our kids. Well, Brianna loves being overseas. Morgan not so much. She wants to be back home with her with our folks. Which I can't blame her for. I can't blame her for. But as always, we know that the Air Force, it's the needs of the Air Force, not what you it's not what you want, it's what the Air Force gives you. But yeah, I love being in Japan. Uh, were your kids born? No. Well, Morgan was. Brianna wasn't. Morgan was born in Oklahoma when we were stationed at Altus, and Brianna was born here in Japan. Um, uh, I mean, the bases I've been to were Edwards, RAF Lakenheath in England, and I was there for England for about, I think, about 5 years. And then we went to Altus, and then from Altus we went to we're here in Misawa, and we're supposed to be getting orders here shortly, and we'll figure out where our next base is going to be. Um, that's if the Air Force gods are kind and do not screw me. No, she is not considered a Japanese citizen. She is considered an American citizen. The only time where I would have a dual citizen child would be if I married a Japanese uh, woman and had a child with the Japanese woman. But no, you cannot. If you are an American and you are born in another country, you are not a considered. Or let me rephrase that. If you are an American service member or American government worker, and you are assigned um, to a foreign country, your child will not have dual citizenship. They will only have American citizenship. The only time where your child will have dual citizenship is that you're an American, you are not working for the United States government in some form of capacity, you are living overseas working for whatever, and then your child is born in whatever, right? Then you can have dual citizenship. But if you are not married to a foreign national or a host national spouse, then it is American. Yeah, it's kind of confusing, but um, if my wife happened to be Japanese, um, or happened to be English, right? Say I didn't meet my wife on base, and she was not an American, then when she was, then if we had children in England or if we had children in Japan, and then they could potentially apply to be dual citizens, but not 9 times out of 10. If you're born in a military installation, you are American by trade. There we go. Because a United States military installation is considered sovereign soil. All right, back to the painting. Again, if she was born in a Japanese hospital, she would still be considered an American because my wife is an American. I am an American. Um, the only time where where it would potentially be considering dual citizenship is that if I was married to a Japanese woman, but I'm not. I'm married to an American, so that question does not apply. The same thing would have happened if she were British or anything like that. So even being an expat, uh, no, because if you're an so an expat is expatriated. That's what an expat is. You are not a If you are a expat, you no longer are an American citizen. Um, so that's what expats are. They're expatriates or expatriated, right? Um, they're not considered U.S. citizens. No, 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 no. The only time an American citizen, uh, or the only time a child can have dual citizenships um, is if you are not if you are so basically how citizenship works with kids is if you are born in the country, right, of that nation, you are eligible for that nation's citizenship. However, your parents, it's kind of like an automatic give, right? If your parent is an American, you have an American citizenship. You can then apply for Japanese citizenship or English citizenship or German citizenship if you are born in that country. The difference is that my daughter, Brianna, who was born in Japan, does not have any sort of national or parental tie to the United to Japan. A dad painting guard checks out. Thank you very much. Um, so that's that's how citizenship works, right? You know I'm right. Well, I mean, there are plenty of dads that paint other models. There are plenty of dads that paint Tyranid or paint Chaos. They're wrong, but there are plenty of other dads that paint other armies. Because the only good army is the Guard. I paint Ultra because they're superior. Uh, Marnius Calgar and Rabute Gilliman dream about guardsmen because even they need heroes. So, just letting you know. And Cato Sicarius is no Sly Marbo. Again, just letting you know. The amount of bullshit Marnius Calgar has done makes Cato Sicario blush. I play Templars. Huge respect for the Guard players, though. It used to be that Imperial Guard players had a lot of variety when it comes to the style of Guard army that they wanted to play. With this new rule set that came out, we kind of lost that variety, particularly when it comes to how the army is composed and whatnot. Especially because, again, they took away my hardened veterans. Which, if you're not familiar with hardened veterans, it's okay. It's perfectly fine to not be familiar with a particular type of unit, especially in a game that is vast as 40K. So hardened veterans were one step above the regular infantry. They took everyone's veterans. Yeah, they sure did. But hardened veterans were one step above the regular infantry. And what they were allowed to do is they were allowed to run 3 special weapons and a heavy. And they really fulfilled a battlefield role as like a mobile fire base. Okay, that's the role that they fulfilled. You put them with 3 grenade launchers and missile launcher, or 3 plasma guns and a lost cannon, or a mix of plasma and grenades, and whatever heavy weapon you decided, and you could secure, for the most part, an objective almost indefinitely. I say almost because hardened veterans they took away the carapace armor that hardened veterans had access to, which allowed you to roll 4-ups instead of 5s. So their survivability went down. But they were still hitting on 3s with their shooting. And while their melee wasn't the greatest, the hardened veteran sergeant had a power sword or had access to a power fist. And it could make the enemy think twice, particularly if they were in power armor. They'd be like, I don't necessarily want to charge into that unit and risk losing a Marine or 2 to a power fist. So that, it's kind of where we're at right now. But yes, they did take everyone's veterans. But yeah, hardened veterans were definitely one of my mainstays. Now, they didn't take away stormtroopers, which was good, because that's honestly the other thing that's my mainstay. So I had to modify my army. So I'm making... I'll just rotate over. I'm making these guardsmen, and I'm modifying them. So infantry section, or 1 troops choice, 2 troops choice, and then I'll get heavy weapons to fill out. So I'll be running 6 or maybe 5 infantry sections with heavy weapons. 3 stormtrooper squads, and then a bunch of tanks to be just fucking filthy, fucking disgusting, and a few of these new artillery pieces too in my 2,000 point army. I'm too poor to do guard. Well, I've got an embarrassingly large amount in my pile of shame. For starters, there was a... Oh, thank you for the follow. I do appreciate that. For starters, there was a shipping order mix-up. So I asked my wife to get me one of these. So now I've got 2 of these, or now I got one of these bad boys. But the shipping order mix-up was, and I called Games Workshop. So I thought I lost the original Cadia Stands box set that I ordered. Or I thought the mail had lost it, because that sucker came out back in like 2000 and at the end of 2002 in November, and it was like January and I hadn't seen it yet. So I called Games Workshop and I was like, look, I never got the Cadia Stands box set. Can you please send me another one? This is before I knew the 10th edition was going to come out. And they're like, yep, sure, no problem. We're going to give you... my cat has sat upon the bases of my heavy intercessors. Yeah, cats be cats. I got two of them, and they occasionally will sleep. They have not slept on my desk, which is nice, but they do sleep on my chair when I want to try and stream. So I called Games Workshop and I was like, look, I dropped my model. Look, I ordered this a while back. It never came in the mail. Yada yada. Please, can I have it back? Or please, can I get refunded? And they're like, well, we can refund you or we can send you another one. And I was like, okay, well, who are you going to send it to? Because obviously my address is not working. And they said, no, we'll send it to your address, but we will have another tracking company track it. And sure enough, both box sets arrived around the same time. So I have now this one and two other Cadia Stands box sets that I need to work on. So I've got quite the bit. And then I've got a lot of old Cadian models too that I need to work on as well. The one thing I will say about Games Workshop, because I called them back when I got both of the box sets. I was like, hey, look, I got both of them. Can I get a return address? And they told me, and the gentleman was very polite, and he said, well, normally we would do that, but I'll speak to my manager, and he did. And the management kind of agreed with what he was about. What he said to me was, he goes, seeing as you waited for so long, and we did not know when this box set was going to show up, have them both. And it was very lovely. It was very lovely of them. So Games Workshop's customer service is amazingly good. I tried starting a guard force. It didn't go down well. Why? What happened? There's got to be a story to that. I can't afford the cost of the dang tanks. Well, again, I started playing back in 2002, 2003, when a Lehman Russ tank cost around $45. Or sorry, $35. And a box of Cadians, 20 box Acadians, cost $20. Or no, not $20, $30. So it was all relatively cheap. I started late in 8th edition. I mean, it was still kind of cheap then too, but but by 8th edition they got rid of all the 20 box set, the 20 Cadian box set, and tanks were definitely more expensive. They're not. They're now more like $60 instead of fucking 55 or 45. But yeah, I totally got that. Totally understand that. Reason I play Space Marines is because I don't need many things to play effectively. Well, you're right. But Space Marines are definitely one of those armies that are very forgiving to start with. Anything that really has a 3-up armor saves is very forgiving. Your table tactics don't necessarily have to be, you know, on par in order for you to rock and roll. And do some pretty decent damage to your enemy combatant. Uh, Subsequently, the guard, you kind of need a grasp of what your tactics are going to be, and you need to design your army kind of around those tactics, um, and really gamble on those tactics working. So, yeah, no, I 100% agree um, about people who play Space Marines, and I don't hate on people who play Space Marines. I think that Space Marines are a really good faction to start out with. Yeah, it can be big brained. No, what I mean is that okay, so let's say your dice aren't hot, or the idea that you had is not playing out well because you're playing an opponent that just managed to outmaneuver you, whether it was through dice or whether it was through just you didn't see the sucker punch coming, um, or you fell for like the distraction that was in his army or her army that he or she brought to the fight. You know, I never will assume the person's intelligence. Okay, never will I ever do that. Uh, just it just won't happen when it comes to armies. I will always assume that you are a danger and that you know what you're doing. Even if you're a young player. Oh, I could tell you now I'm an idiot. Funny, but no, I don't believe people are idiots. So what I always tell new players when it comes to the game, right, is you should give your opponent dilemmas, not problems. Problems are easily fixed. Dilemmas are not. Dilemmas are two bad choices. That your opponent is forced to make. So always manage to give your opponent dilemmas, right? And then they have to pick which one they think is the worst. And then 9 times out of 10, even if they pick the right one, um, oh, sorry, hold on. Allow, sorry. Trust me, I have a dilemma maker. Well, no, because here's the thing. It just can't be a unit, right? Don't be a unit. It can't. Well, I mean, it can be a unit, but don't rely on that unit to be a dilemma maker. Uh, give them other things that you need to focus on, right? Okay. For example, a good dilemma would be, yes, you have a few tanks that your opponent, or we'll take my army. We'll take my guard army. I have infantry squads with heavy weapons, stormtrooper squads with special weapons, or infantry squads with special weapons and heavy weapons, stormtrooper squads with special weapons, and then I have Lehman Russ tanks, right? Normally I run 2 main battle tanks and a demolisher. Sometimes, if I want to feel spicy, I'll throw in a vanquisher, right? And then, if I have the points for them, and I normally do, I throw in some sentinels, and now I've got these field artillery guns, right, that I'm working on. As a matter of fact, provided that they didn't update, or provided that they didn't, let's go to the Warhammer. Let's see if it to continue. Yep, updating the data banks. Okay, profile. Okay, this is Battle Forged. Yep, 2,000. So this is in my 2,000 point army, right? I've got a 1 Commissar, a Tempestus command squad, a platoon commander, and a Primaris Psyker, right? Then for my main battle line, I have infantry support squads. What's this here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I got 5 of them. 2 of them are rocking missile launchers. 2 of them are rocking lost cannons, right? Yeah, Space Wizard. And then for my others, I have a armored sentinel, 1 armored sentinel. I have 2 field guns. Okay. And then I have 3 Lehman Russ tanks. I have 2 Ogren bodyguards, just so that my command squads can survive a little bit. And then I have a regimental attaché, and then I have 3 Tempestus Scions. All right. All told, and those Tempestus Scions, 4 of the each squad is rocking 2 grenade launchers, 2 plasma guns apiece. Right. And then the Tempester is a plasma pistol power weapon. Right? So, all told, the what's it called? All told, this 2,000 point army, I have given you dilemmas, right? You target my tanks, that's perfectly fine. My heavy field batteries are going to take care of you, are going to take care of your infantry, along with the armored sentinel. You don't target my tanks and you try and take care of my infantry, that's okay. My tanks are going to wipe your infantry off the face of the map. You try and target my command and control, that's okay. You're going to have to get through a fucking Ogren and a command squad and a Commissar and a Primaris Psyker. You know, you target my Primaris Psyker, that's okay. You've got to go through a Commissar and a freaking Ogren to do that. You know. And then, of course, if you ignore my command team, you've got the regimental attachés. That will be a problem. You know. So it's you can't just put it solely based off of units, or off of 1 unit or 2 units, right? Spread out the dilemmas a little bit. How do you feel about the face with the weird veins are gone? What? 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 Oh, leaving rust is the pain. Say that again? Oh, weird vein psychers, sanction psychers, the old psychers, the old, yeah. Gotcha, 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 gotcha. Uh, uh so sanction psychers really weren't anything special. They weren't even special in third edition when I joined. They were just there. Like I didn't use sanction psychers because sanction psychers just sucked. Um, and the psychic phase was more shooting than it was anything else, right? Now the psychic phase is an actual phase that's effective, which is why I got a Primera Psyker that I'm going to be making here shortly, you know, and she is gonna rock this world. I'm excited. I can't wait to make her. That's probably gonna be one of my goals here in the next few days is painting her up. But yeah, I mean weird veins are just weird veins, right? They're there. I have a few of the old models, the old Sanction Psyker models. I think I got a few of them right here. Um, but they're just there. Like weird veins are eh. They weren't even good when they were a unit type. Psychic phase is no longer a phase. No, it's still a phase. You still are using psychic. You still are using psyker magic. It's just now kind of bungled into everything else. I think it's actually in the. Let me look. I think it's actually in the command phase. But yeah, it's still dangerous. Like, ooh, shit. It's still dangerous. Like if you don't have psychers to counteract other psychers, you're handicapping yourself. Hold on. Let me take a look. Movement. Transports. From what I've seen and experienced. Hold on. Well, let's see. Let's go to the psychic abilities. 38. Let's see. Psychic abilities. Some weapons And abilities can only be used by psychers. Such weapons and abilities, psychic. If a psychic weapon or ability is to cause units to suffer more than one wounds. Okay, yeah, so I guess I did get rid of it. Oh, be damned. Let me just double check one more thing. Yeah, that's pretty, I'll be damned. Cool. Well, it's kind of back to 3rd edition, where psychic abilities were just there. Makes the game go much quicker. Oh, it's true. Okay. Damn, it's already midnight plus. Oh. I sure will. Oh. Fighting against Grey Knights sounds rose. Fighting against Grey Knights and Thousand Suns is no longer you just sitting there while someone explains how they can do 25 mortal wounds. Yeah, it definitely does take the piss out of um some of the issues that you run into with the psychic phase. I mean, psychers still do mortal wounds. That's definitely an issue. Oh, good lord. Man, I'm getting tired. 20 more minutes. All right. 20 more minutes. Let's just finish up these models real quick. Trying to at least get their arms and whatnot done and all that stuff. God, I'm so tired. Ugh. That's one thing that I always tell people not to do is paint when they're tired, but like I've been sitting on this stuff for literally quite a while now and I want to reduce my pile of shame, so I'm literally pushing myself to get it to where this works. I'm okay. I'm not okay with twiddling my thumbs and watching my army disappear because Thumpus, the Grand Magic Man of 1,000 Suns, cast Blur on Boys Bubbles at my captain. Yeah, yeah, it be like that sometimes though. That I do have to say. I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try and survive for another like 20 minutes. You know what I think would sell if GW made it? No, go ahead. Tell me. An upgrade kit for the chapters, but it's Chaos Marines. It'd sell bits and would make good units if they follow a specific law. Oh, excuse me. I'm so sorry that I'm tired. Because I really do want to finish these models. They did do that for a short bit. They did do that for a short bit. It was metal. And they had Emperor's Children sprues. They had well, it was Noise Marine sprues. Could be Emperor's Children, but it could have been one of their many factions. They had Thousand Sun sprues with the helmets. They had Corn Berserker sprues with both the helmets and shoulder pads. Nurgle, I think, only had the helmets, not the shoulder pads. But yeah, each of the four Dark Gods had a specialized or had bits for them. I think they stopped selling them at some point in time. I want to say it was earlier. I want to say it was like 2012, 2011, something around that area where I think they stopped making sprue kits, upgrade sprue kits for the Chaos Marines. No, they did have that. They did have Night Lord shoulder pads. They did have they had Night Lord shoulder pads. They had uh, World Eaters. I think they had Black Legion, and I forget the other one that they had. But they did have actual Legion specific shoulder pads for the actual like Chaos Marines. I don't think you're getting at what I'm trying to say. Not for the Legions, but a Chaos Marine like could be a Night Lord's. So it just has a giant arm to punch something. Oh, like mutation? Like a mutation? Because I don't think they had mutating bits, right? Yeah, they. I don't know if they actually had that at one point. You could buy a chaos spawn, and the chaos spawn limbs kind of fit with the chaos marine. Um, when the chaos spawn was actually plastic instead of metal. Yeah, they did have that, but they did have other. You could buy, like I said, you could buy the old chaos spawn plastic, and then use the spare bits for your chaos marines. Oop, I painted the wrong one. That's okay. Oreo, you getting tired? I am too. Sorry, my cat's just looking at me like he wants to go to bed. I'm rambling. Sorry. No, 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 no. I enjoy the rambles. I enjoy the rambles. But I think they did do something similar, but you just had a kit bash a chaos spawn. I don't know if that's a viable option now, but seeing as you're bringing it up, probably isn't. It's a cool idea, but I do think they did do that at one point. All right, I'm going cross-eyed, folks. So we're just gonna sit and chat for a bit because it's getting to the point where I'm exhausted. Can't believe 6 models kicked my ass. But yeah, never, ever, 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 ever. Damn it, never paint when you're tired. Because you will make mistakes. And then you'll have to spend however much time correcting those mistakes. But anyway, it is almost 1 o'clock here. I did start a little late, but I wanted to stream after I had taken care of the kitchen and all that stuff and whatnot. So I want to thank Sup It's Me again, and then Chadwick TC for joining me on Twitch. I also have Kick. I also have YouTube. I also have Facebook Gaming. Um, so please join me there as well. I also have Twitter. So please join me there as well. And I got a Discord, so please join the Discord. You can track all the stuff that's happening and whatnot, and share your works of progress, all that stuff. I'm glad I could annoy you. Ah, well, you didn't annoy me. You did not annoy me. As a matter of fact, you kept me up a little bit more before I was gonna call it quits, and I do appreciate that. Um, uh, so yeah, join all those socials and whatnot, and just know that this is a charity channel. I do represent the, or I am trying to raise money for the UNHCR, the the UN High Commissioner for Refugees, and doing that refugee aid mission. Let me just do that quickly. Basically, it's the organization that's in charge of taking care of stateless and internally displaced people who fled their homes due to war or famine or whatever instability you could possibly think of. Um, and they do great jobs. So if you want to donate to Tiltify, my Tiltify link, it's in the description on YouTube and whatnot, but I'll just throw it in the chat real quick. And if money's tight, that's okay too. 100% okay too. If money's tight and you can't donate, you can always share the stream. You can always do a follow. You could always like promote the stream. Be like, hey, this guy's really cool and he's chilled and laid back and all that stuff. Love to give dad advice. Love to talk to people. Love to get to know them while we paint, while we do all that stuff. So I appreciate each and every one of you that has supported this channel. Anyway, my name is Commissar Hecht. I'll see you guys in the next episode, which will be tomorrow. There is a poll. There is a poll on Twitter about what you guys want to see more of. Because I'm kind of torn between. Um, ooh. So far it's tied. It's good. We got painting Warhammer models and Vermintide Darktide. The other options are Total War Warhammer 3 and Baldur's Gate 3. So those are the other options. And you know what? I will link this. Copy the tweet link. I'll also link that so you guys can vote. Now, it's only up for 16 hours, so get it while it's hot. Get it while it's good. And I'll talk to you guys in the next episode. My name is Commissar Hecht, and I hope you all have a lovely, lovely weekend. Bye-bye.